Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Well, some guy is unloading the Fritos, so we'll see how it goes. And then I got the McDonald's truck in front of me. This is not a prime location. Oh no. And I got a defective straw. God, you gotta be kidding me. It's one of these days. $2. You cannot go in the dining room at McDonald's, the COVID. Okay, so yeah. So I'm still thinking about the no water in Texas. I'm still thinking about the freezing kids. That also freaks me out. And I'm thinking, the water issue goes way up on my my list. When a whole state has contaminated water for whatever reason, that is an emergency. And I was thinking about that last night. One of the ways we can prepare is when we see something happens elsewhere, we go, oh wow, what if that happened to me? What in the world would I do? Oh my gosh. Well, for one thing, I moved evacuation up because in my mind, it would be better to evacuate immediately if possible. And so what I'm doing is I'm starting an emergency fund, which would just be like a separate fund. What I do is I hoard all my money, but I'm starting a special fund and I'm just putting $100 a month, $25 a week in this. And in the event something happens, it is key to have a car so you can drive out of this area. Within a day, you can be practically from the Gulf of Mexico to California. I mean, it will be a long day, but it would be worth it. Another thing I wanted to mention is I have seen trucks from Texas, and it looks like people are out here. And what I see, not cheap vehicles. These are heavy-duty SUVs and like trucks pulling like trailers. These people obviously pack some power money-wise. And I thought, yeah, the people with the money got out. The people without any money were stuck there. And so, you may think, your car videos are idiotic. That's idiotic, Rhoda. Yeah, well, guess what? I will be on the 8 and I will be the hell out of here if something happens. Or I will go the back way from Ducati, or I will go north, or if needs be, I can't imagine like in an emergency going to San Diego City, but you never know. I would say the city would be the most dangerous, but you never know what's going to happen. So what I decided, when I saw these people with these SUVs, perhaps the Corolla is okay for now, but maybe I want a more heavy-duty vehicles. Like these vehicles I saw could go through water, could go through snow. So, that needs to be considered too. Another thing, if you are evacuating, if you can follow the truckers out, that would be the way to go. They know when to pull over. They know what to do. That would be my strategy. When my son was stuck in that blizzard, though, all the truckers were pulled over. From what I have seen in Texas, the ice was the most dangerous thing on the highways. You couldn't get out because of the ice. And then a note on the waters, and I thought, when I first started stockpiling cans, I didn't really know anything. I just thought, I don't want anything happening to my cans, like floods, like that kind of stuff. But there's another aspect. Your cans have a certain amount of water, there's salt in it, but maybe, you know, in a very dire emergency, you could drink it, the fruit with fruit juice. And I will be stocking shelf-stable milk. You know, just like be thinking, instead of just like, I would always just go for like canned meals, like condensed soup. Well, now I'm rethinking this, maybe, you know, cans that are more contain and different things that contain water. So I'm going to be looking into that. Okay, like vegetable juice, like fruit juice, stuff like that. And then I have a couple of other things. Okay, in my life, like this most hellacious stuff would happen. Not that hellacious, but hellacious. And so what I would do, I train myself to do, is what was I doing before this happened? Because a lot of the bad stuff, you know, it was out of my control. And the sooner I could get back to what I do all the time, like my routine, the sooner I would come out of it. So, you know, if you know, you're in these areas, the sooner you can get back to what you were doing before this happened, you know, whatever the bad thing is, the better. Like, this is what I do, and this is, now I got some guy walking around with a broom. This is bad today. Okay, so what was I doing before this happened? So, okay, say another thing is, like football games and baseball games, a lot of times people win in the 9th inning. So, like, this has been awful with this corona and with this Texas emergency. But what you have to say is, okay, this is really bad, but I have to make this up. What I would do is I would work really hard, and a lot of times it doesn't work that way if you're working for other people. Oh, really? Well, guess what? You're working part-time now. Guess what? You're fired. I'm giving my friend your job. Guess what? Get out, you know? So what I have come to the conclusion is removing all outsiders from my earning of a living as much as I possibly can. If you can't, move in that direction. And also now, I never really thought about this, but now it's very paramount to be owning things, not to be relying. Now, I'm lucky because I, you know, rent from a totally reliable person. But I never wanted to, like, really buy a business. And, you know, it appears that they're trying to do away with the small business. But I think a lot of us are saying to ourselves, all right, and we're going to rely on you. Oh, yeah, right. We're going to build your wealth and wipe ourselves out. I don't think so. So I'm going to be working on that. So, you know, I was praying last night, you know, for various people. And I thought, wow, you know, this person has done so many good things and, you know, really helped a lot of people. And I remembered this thing, and it was called God in remembrance of all this good things that it could be yourself, I guess, that you have done, and say, you know, when you're praying to God. And so I was praying for this person. Well, I'll tell you who it was freaking Frugal, you know, who got burned. And I'm praying, God, you know, she has helped so many people, because if you don't have any food and you realize there is a possibility that you can dumpster dive and get some, or, you know, I've seen women, not only do they get some, they give it away. And so I'm going, and she's so upbeat, and she's such a good mom, and la, 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 and praying, calling God in remembrance for her healing. That's what I was praying for. You know, I mentioned to you guys I was a nurse, and at the top of my list for bad was burns. So don't stop praying for it. It takes a while to heal, but God can supernaturally intervene, and it's happened many times in my life. So call God in remembrance for a miracle. Say you need a miracle. Another thing is I heard, and doesn't do my channel a damn bit good either, but that they're censoring the right. So it is my esteemed opinion that there is no way America can be defeated or can be socialized without doing away with the Christians. And so a lot of people are saying, well, I just won't mention God or any of this kind of stuff on my channel because it's going to get me, they're going to just repress my channel, which is true. But the thing about it is we have a lot of, they say in the elect will be faked out. That means they are going to allow a certain kind of Christianity. And this is how you know it's the kind that's going to fake you out. There is no mention of Jesus. That's how you find the false teachers. They mention a lot of stuff. And another thing they don't like to mention is healing. So, if you're wiped out, pray to Jesus for help. And when I have cried out, we say, to the Lord, he has never failed me. And I know, there's a lot of people that are like me, but they just don't want to put it out there because they don't want to wreck their channels. But to tell you the truth, they pay me so little, I can afford to. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.